Welcome back everybody to another Marvel Champions video. Today we are unboxing the brand new hero pack Falcon. We got ourselves a copy of Falcon. We also got ourselves a copy of the brand new hero Winter Soldier, which will be in the next video, but today it's all about Falcon. I'm so excited about this. If you're new here, welcome back to the Wolf's Den of Champions. We do everything Marvel Champions here. Unboxings, deck lists, gameplay, news, updates. If it's Marvel Champions, you're gonna find it here. So we're on a journey to hit 100 subscribers. We're so close, and I can only do it with your help. Returning viewers, welcome back to the Wolf's Den of Champions. Let's go ahead and jump into this brand new hero pack here. The Soaring Skies Falcon. I don't know why I said Soaring Skies, but here we go. Let's dive right in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Falcon, the Avenger. I am actually really excited for this pack. I know I say that about every single pack that I open, but this one I'm really excited about because I've been trying to make like an Avenger spamming deck with leadership and aerial cards, and well, guess what? This is the perfect hero to do it. This is going to be Falcon's little poster thing. You can see it's like a blown up version of the Falcon art there. Super cool. He's soaring in the skies there. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it here. Expansion design and development, Tony Fanchi. Thank you so much for designing and developing this here. Sam Wilson, aka the Falcon, soars into battle on high-tech wings of vibranium. He uses his aerial vantage and his empathic connection with birds, especially his sidekick Red Wing, to provide his fellow Avengers a powerful tactic advantage. A longtime partner of Captain America, Sam has even taken on the shield and title of Captain America to serve as the soaring symbol of truth. Well, if that ain't the truth here. Feature rule per player costs. The expansion includes per player cards indicating that the player icon is costs. Okay. So draw their fire, 11 birds. Okay, so the 11th card of Falcon, which has a cost of 1 per player. So 3 players begin the scenario, and Sam must pay 3 resources to play draw their fire. Okay. Alliance. You get, whoa, there's an alliance card in here. Find, card title, Tuck, and Victory X and Villainous. Okay, here we go. He's going to be the aerial. He's all about aerial cards, and he's all about leadership. So let's jump into this hero pack here. This is going to be such a fresh pack. I can already see it now. If I can just open this here. Come on, Don't make me get the knife. Okay, we got it. We didn't struggle too bad this time. It wasn't like saram shut there. All right. That is a fresh pack of, oh my goodness. Hold on. That is the most, this is a 2020, this is a 2025 fresh cut pack of Marvel Champions. Oh my goodness, that was something. That was something indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, I just saw something that made me very happy. And this is the first time I've seen these cards. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. You know, sometimes things just happen and you're like, oh, how am I going to do this? And it'll make more sense as I go through this here, and I'll explain it when I get to the card. But let's go ahead and jump into this unboxing. That's why you guys are here for this unboxing. So here we go. We have Falcon. He is a 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 defense aerial Avenger. I already have like 3 different decks in my mind made for him, which actually I need to make 1 more. Those 3 decks are 3 different aspects. So I need to make the last 4th deck that I haven't really thought about. Well, that one's actually pretty easy, so it's there, it's done. So I've made 4 rough sketch. Actually, they're not pretty rough sketch. They're just like, you just got to fine tune them. 4 different aspect decks of this hero in my mind. There'll be videos of it, so just stay tuned. So make sure to subscribe for that. So Falcon here, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 defense. Aerial Avenger. During the player phase, play with the top card of the encounter deck face up. That is so amazing. I love that because you get to see like what it's going to be. He's also got this ability called Eagle-Eyed response. After you play an aerial card, discard the top card of the encounter deck. All of his cards are pretty much aerial cards. There's a bunch of aerial cards that I'm going to put into his deck. So this is just a response. So it's not a force interrupt. It's not an interrupt, so a response. So it doesn't have a limit. And it doesn't miss timing because it's a response. So you can continuously do this over and over again. Excuse me. Sam Wilson is a 3-cost recovery. He recovers for 3. He's a hand size of 6, hit points of 10. I forgot to mention that he's shield. Birds of Feather. Action, discard 1 card from your hand, search your deck and discard pile for a bird card and add it to your hand, limit once per round. That is crazy because you can search for Red Wing whenever. When you're in Alter Ego, you just flip down, right? You're in Sam Wilson, you pitch a card, you grab Red Wing, and now you have Chump Block or whatever you want this to be. He's got a crazy ability also. He's also an Avenger. And he's also aerial. He's a 1 thwart, 1 attack, 2 health. Wild resource. Hero action, exhaust Red Wing. Return him to your hand. Discard the top card of the encounter deck. Choose to either deal X damage to an enemy or remove X threat from a scheme. X is the number of icons in the discarded boost area. So you're able to look at what you're going to do because you have... Falcon's natural ability here during the player phase, play with the top card of the encounter deck face up. So that right there alone is so powerful because you could also add this back whenever you go to Alter Ego with, it's so good. I love the design of this and it's just so awesome. And let me just continue, I'm never gonna finish this. You get 2 copies of Bird of Prey. Also an aerial card, also an attack card. It's a 2-cost event, attack event. Hero action, deal 4 damage to an enemy. You must discard the top card of the encounter deck to deal 1 additional damage to that enemy for each icon in the discarded card's boost area. So if you're playing like the Thunderbolts or like a modular, like the red hood with like all the Thunderbolts modulars in there because you add 7 to the side. If you hit a Thunderbolt because you know it's going to be on top, you're doing 4 more damage. You could potentially do 8 damage. Just saying. That'd be crazy. Bird's Eye View here. It's an aerial thwart. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. You may discard the top card of the encounter deck to remove 1 additional threat for each icon in the discarded card's boost area. So before, a lot of cards used to say boost icons. Now it just says icon because they want to hit the star and the boost icons here because the boost icons are the little triangle ones. And the boost area has the star and the little triangle. So I like that they did that instead of like, oh yeah, how many boost icons are on there. Here you have 2 copies of Up, Up, and Away. It's going to be hero response, aerial defense. After an attacking enemy is given a face down boost card, look at that card and the top card of the encounter deck, you may swap those cards. Draw 1 card for each printed icon in the current boost card's boost area. That's actually really good. It's draw power, and you get to swap those cards out. Here's Falcon's Flock. You get 1 card of this. Uses 5 bird counters, so this is searchable. 2-cost support, Falcon's Flock. Remove 1 bird counter from here. Generate a energy resource for an aerial card. So he's got a resource generator here, but only 5 counters, so you can only use it 5 times. It's kind of good though. We got the Soup Kitchen. Alter Ego action, exhaust Sam Wilson and Soup Kitchen. Heal damage from Sam Wilson equal to his recovery and reduce the cost of the next ally or support played this phase by 2. That's actually pretty crazy. You can exhaust Sam Wilson and the Soup Kitchen. You heal damage from your Sam Wilson, and the next ally you play is going to cost 2 less. Crazy. Here we have Aerial Evacuation. 1 cost upgrade, Aerial Evacuation, Aerial Preparation. Hero interrupt: when another friendly character would be dealt in any amount of damage, discard aerial evacuation, prevent all of that damage, and change to alter ego form. If that character is a hero, they also change to alter ego form. Pretty cool. It's kind of like an ejecto Cedo and just saves you here. All right, these are all different cards. These are all upgrades. Aerial tactic, 1 cost upgrade. Aerial recon here. Hero action: exhaust aerial recon and deal 1 damage, and deal a player 1 face down encounter card. Place 1 recon counter here. Interrupt: when a player would be dealt an encounter card, remove 1 recon counter from here instead. Oh, okay. So kind of like you can save it for later. You just load it up with a bunch of recons, and then you get an extra encounter card, or you just go ahead and negate that. Kind of just take 1 off there, and kind of I kind of like that. Battlefield awareness. When Falcon uses a basic power, exhaust battlefield awareness and discard the top card of the encounter deck, Falcon gets 1+ attack to that power for the use of each icon in the discarded boost area. So this is actually pretty crazy, because when Falcon uses a basic power, you exhaust battlefield awareness and discard the top card of the encounter deck. You get +1 attack, 1+1 thwart, +1 defense. Because of how many boosts or how many symbols icons are in the boost area. That's actually pretty crazy, because he's a 2/2/2. So you can use that for anything. Say, you're not very good at thwarting and you're playing a defense deck, but you need to thwart something like more than 2, and you can see that it's a 4. Just for example, the Thunderbolt, right, minion. You don't want to get dealt that minion as a boost card. You can thwart for 2, activate the effect, get +4 to that, and you'll thwart for 6, which is actually so crazy. Draw their fire. This is also another insane card. Hero response: after the villain phase begins, discard draw their fire. Falcon does not exhaust to defend until the end of the phase. So at the end of the phase, he will exhaust, but to defend, he can defend for the whole table while you use this card. It is you do have to pay together. You have to pay 4 resources if you're playing a 4-player game or whatnot. But insane, you don't exhaust to defend. That's crazy good. Talon line here, it's a 2-cost upgrade. Item, hero response: after you resolve Falcon's eagle-eyed ability, discard Talon line. For each icon in the discarded card's boost area, choose 1. Ready a character you control or stun an enemy. The only thing I don't like about this is you have to discard Talon line, but I do like that you can ready any character or you can stun an enemy. Just kind of feel, I just wish it was a little bit more strong and you didn't have to discard Talon line. But hey, I'll take it, and I'll take it. This is Vibranium Microwave. This card is also really crazy because Falcon gets +1 defense by just adding this on. When Hero interrupt: when Falcon would take any amount of damage, exhaust Vibranium Microwave, prevent 1 of that damage, and deal 1 damage to an enemy. So it's kind of like a electrostatic armor, electromagnetic armor, electro armor. You whenever you take it, you defend 1, you deal 1, something like that. It's similar to that. You prevent 1, you move, you deal a damage. But it gives them a +1 defense. So I'm going to be playing a lot of protection Falcon here. There's a lot of really good aerial cards in protection naturally, and this here just boosts him up to 3 defense. You put assault vest on there, that's going to be 4 defense. If you really want to go crazy, you can put symbiote suit, that's going to make him 5 defense. Plus you have a card to boost him with his where is it? I think it's battle awareness, right? When Falcon uses the basic exhaust battlefield awareness and discard the top card of the encounter deck, Falcon gets +1 power for this use for each icon. So if you defend 1 time, you're already at 5 defense with all those cards, and use battle awareness, you're just adding more defense. It's like you're never gonna take any damage. Saying if you're playing just Falcon, just defending for yourself. I love this. It's crazy. It's super good. Let's go over the allies here. You get a lot of allies. I love the precon, just peeking at the precon here, but let me speed this up. It's going to take forever. You get Adam Warlock, which is kind of a reprint. He's already been released to us before, but you get a new one. You get Arrow, which is going to be a 3-cost ally. Aerial Agent of Atlas, 3 hit points, 1 attack, 1 thwarts. Hero action, Exhaust Arrow. Choose a player until the end of the phase. Each aerial character that player controls gets a +1 attack. Mirror copy of Cloud 9, which is 3 cost, 3 health, but instead of the attack, Cloud 9 does for thwarting. So all the aerial characters, they're pretty much the same. Just one is attack, one is aerial. I love these. I just wish there were Avengers. Here we do have Hugin and Munnin. Here's a cool one. This one here, I like it because after Hugin and Munnin enters play, search the top 10 cards of the encounter deck for a minion, put it into play, engage with you, ready 1 character for you control for each icon in that minion's boost area. So again, if you hit an Avenger, if you hit a Thunderbolt, they usually have 4 icons on there. You'll ready 4 characters, which is super insane. Here is Spectrum. This is a brand new Aerial Avenger ally here. This is very important for a deck that I'm going to be building. I'm very sad that I don't have Black Panther. I don't have the allies. I don't have War Machine. I don't have the Captain America Hero Pack. So very sad. I do have to play a different way to make the deck that I'm going to be making, but it's okay. I figured out a solution for it. But Spectrum here, Monica Rambeau, is a 5 cost, 1 attack, 1 thwart, 3 hit points. After you play Spectrum, tuck 1 card used to pay for her under her. If that card's printed resource has a mental, a physical, or an energy, you get +2 points to those specific ones, like +2 thwart, +2 attack, +2 hit points. Or if you have a wild resource, you tuck it under here and you get all of those. So you'll be a 3 thwart, 3 attack, and 5 health, which is crazy. Aerial Avenger is a very, very important traits that you need for this deck that I'm building of leadership. You'll see later if you subscribe and you turn on notifications for that deck coming up. Here is Strength and Diversity. Crazy card here. It's an alliance card for each different trait on friendly characters in play. Choose. Remove 1 threat from a scheme. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. Kind of really crazy if you play like a super diverse, Strength and Diversity, right? So if you have a super diverse board with a bunch of different traits and stuff, everyone's got all kinds of crazy traits, you can do a lot of threat or you can do a lot of damage to one enemy. So that's actually a pretty cool card. It is an alliance card, so per player can play this, or someone can pay for the whole thing. Here's a new card. It's called Flight Squadron. This card's actually pretty cool. It's a team card. I love it that it's a team card, and what this team card says here is to support Flight Squadron. Play only if your identity has the aerial trait. Max 1 team card per player. So you can only have 1 team card. You could also only have 1 title card per player. So that's very important, okay? If each of your allies has the aerial trait, increase your ally limit by 1, and this card gains response after you play an aerial character. Exhaust this card, ready an ally you control. Very good for just thwarting, attacking, just doing a lot of crazy stuff. So definitely going to be playing that in Mr. Falcon here. We get 3 copies here. Oh, there it is. Can't believe it. Okay, I'm going to save this for later. Or the next card, obviously. You get 3 copies of Resource Reserve. This card's a little interesting. It's a 1-cost support. It's a location, max 1 per player. Any player may spend the resource card tucked here as if it were in their hand. Exhaust Resource Reserve, tuck 1 resource card from your hand under here to a maximum of 1. So if you play like the Power of Leadership, tuck it under here, you exhaust Resource Reserve, you tuck it under there, and then any player can play it. Obviously, you have to, after you use it, you play it, and then it goes into the discard because you're playing it as if it were in your hand. But it's a nice way to, is a very good multiplayer card, because you can help boost someone else up, like not just Avenger Mansion, or say they have to pay for their symbiote suit, or pay for their Avenger Mansion or their helicarrier or something expensive, you know? It's like, hey, I got you. I got a lot of resources. I'm going to tuck it here. You can use it next round, or whatever. But it's really good. I think it's really good for multiplayer. It's a huge, big card. And this card here, the Triskelion, we get another copy of the Triskelion. Increase your ally limit by 1. This allows you to control more than 3 allies. You guys don't understand. I was ready, and I've been not just ready. I have pretty much almost the entire collection. Core box. The only thing I'm missing is Captain America, Doctor Strange, and War Machine, right? Like everyone else in the world who plays Marvel Champions, who started playing Marvel Champions before, or I mean after, you know what I'm saying. And I've been debating on getting another core box just for some core cards, because it's like, okay, I need more copies of this. I'm tired of taking it out from this deck, from this deck, from this deck, from this deck, and it's like, I mean, yeah, you can only play one, but like the whole, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm talking to somebody where it's like you have to take it out to put it into another deck, and if you don't have the same old color sleeves, the same amount of sleeves, it's kind of like, ugh. So very nice that you can, that I have another copy. Now I can have 2 pre-built decks without having to touch them, and it's just like, all right, I'm ready to go until I break them down and build another deck. But so glad that this reprints a Triskelion card. Now this card is a really good card. It's a buzz card. It made a lot of noise. We all wanted Captain America, and well, we got a Captain America, and we got Captain America's shield. But not only that, you can use this for Bucky Barnes and the Winter Soldier, the new Captain Americas. So this is a title card. It's a 0-cost upgrade, gives you the Captain America title, and play only if you are the Bucky Barnes or Sam Wilson player. So unfortunately, you could only use them for those 2 identities, which you only want to use them for those identities. You exhaust Captain America, spend a physical resource, find the Captain America shield, add it to your hand. If it leaves play, this way, deal 4 damage to an enemy. So if you have it on board, and you spend a resource, you add it to your hand, you deal 4 damage to anything, then you have a wild resource. Or you can play Captain America once you have it up there. You play the shield, your hero gets 1 defense and 1 retaliate hit point, which is so crazy because I wish you could play this. I just wish you could play that in the protection. I kind of wish this was, I hate to say it, but I kind of wish this was a gray basic card and not a leadership card, because then you can play it in everything, not just leadership. You can play it in aggression, justice. It would just be really nice to be able to do that, you know what I'm saying, and not lock it behind, because it's a Captain America shield. Yeah, I get it, you're the leader, but also, you know, like it'd be really cool to just always be able to use it if you're Bucky Barnes or Sam Wilson, and not just lock it to the leadership trait. But I get it though. I get it. You know, if they would have done gray, then it would have just been too powerful. I could already see it now. In aggression, this would have been, you know, really good. The only aspect it would not be really good in, like it wouldn't really like shine too much, would be justice. You pretty much just do 4 damage to something, and justice doesn't really have too much problem doing damage. I mean, they got, you know, you got gunboat diplomacy, you got stealth strike, you got a bunch of cards that can do damage, at least a good fair amount. But Captain America's shield here in protection would have been so insane. Like you could make Falcon's defense up to 6 without anything else and retaliate. It'd be pretty crazy. But I'm glad we have it, or a form of a shield. Insane. Here we have 3 copies of Wingman attached to an aerial ally, max 1 per ally. When an area ally would take any amount of consequential damage, exhaust attached ally, prevent one of that damage. So pretty cool. You can just wingman, you exhaust it, takes 1 damage, and then boom, continues on. So if you want to have like a super beefy ally to just take all the consequential damage, for someone you're using that you don't want to take consequential damage, you can prevent all of that damage here. There's a lot of good Avenger leadership cards that is going to make just Falcon insanely good. I think I've said too much. You get the energy, strength, and genius. Totally said that backwards. And you get this super cool art here of the power of flight here. Double the number of resource this card generates while paying for an aerial card. So this is a reprint. I love the art here. I love that it's specific to Captain America here, aka the Falcon. You get Harlem's Protector, you get Viper, Serpent Solutions, Serpent Soldiers, and Adder Testament. These are going to be the Falcon Nemesis set aside Nemesis cards and the obligation. If you want to check those out, I'll let you experience it when you draw the Shadows of the Past card. Here is the stop card. We always collect these, keep those later. And here are the, okay, cool. Here you get Winter Soldier. It's a new ally. You get Misty Knight as well. I think these have been revealed already. But Aggression, Winter Soldier, 3 cost ally, 1 hit point. Sorry. 3 hit points, 1 thwart, 2 attack. Shield Soldier, I like that he's a Shield Soldier. After Winter Soldier attacks and defeats an enemy, remove 2 threat from a scheme. Pretty good. Misty Knight here, don't know too much about her. I kind of didn't read her. She's a hero for hire, 1 thwart, 1 attack. She's got an effect here, interrupt. When Misty Knight and thwarts, look at the top 2 cards of the encounter deck, discard 1 of those cards. Misty Knight gets 1 thwart for this thwart for each icon in the discarded boost area. Okay, that's pretty cool. So that is going to be Misty Knight there. Here we have the new protection card. It is a shield card. It's Ops Room. We got the Ops. 2 cost support shield. 3 comes in with 3 alert counters. When a friendly character would take any amount of damage while defending, remove 1 alert counter from here, prevent 1 of that damage, and remove 1 threat from a scheme. So kind of nice. A little bit niche, but kind of nice. Definitely locked into. I mean, one damage isn't really a lot until you need to defend 1 damage because you're gonna die. So very situational, but also very optimal, right? And then we get a Thunderbolts here, modular, the one and only Fixer with the Tech Pack, Jetpack, Techno, and then Technological Innovation. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Falcon Hero Pack here, Marvel Champions card game. Your host, Dark Matter Wolf, here at the Wolf's Den of Champions. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and just so much for watching all my other videos. I know we've been doing so much unboxings, but we're about to get into the meat and in the juice of my content creation that I'm going to be doing and releasing. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and click here for more of the unboxing videos. And then YouTube thinks you're gonna like this video right here. So they hand selected it for you. So we'll see you guys next time. This is Dark Matter Wolf reminding you that you matter here at the Wolf's Den of Champions. We'll catch you next time. Peace.